lot of things going on. We're going to talk, one day we're going to talk about all the stuff that occurred out there. Let's open up with Matthew, the 24th chapter. And these are some of the scriptures we went through while we've been out there. And you know one thing I noticed the difference between Uganda and Sierra Leone. Uganda's literacy rate is like 60% literate. Sierra Leone's literacy rate is like 40% literate. For example, we'd be teaching the color of Christ in Sierra Leone, and everybody be standing there. Within a minute, somebody will raise their hand and say, so what color is Jesus? We'd go through it. Next person. So what does that mean? It's like, you don't understand? No, they don't understand. Trying to get through it. That was the famous scripture in Sierra Leone for a month, going over the color of Christ. You had to drill it in their head 7, 8, 10 times before they could grasp it. Whereas Uganda was a little more quicker. They were more, they caught it a little quicker than Sierra Leone. Sorry, Sierra Leone. I'm just going to tell you exactly what happened. That's what happened. That's what occurred. So, Matthew, the 24th chapter. Who's reading for me?
Officer Liam, Bishop.
Officer Liam. Matthew 24, verse 4. Let's start there.
Yes, sir. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Now, when you examine history, you examine the time of slavery as well as colonialism. You had many Europeans that went throughout the continent of Africa teaching that they are Christ. When you look at Christian commentaries, they like to bring up such people as Jim Jones or David Koresh. But the operative word we want to examine is many, many. Not one, not 2 or 5. Many means thousands. When you look and examine the Berlin Conference of the late 1800s, where Europeans divided the continent of Africa up between the Portuguese, the Dutch, the British, the Germans, the Spanish, the French. They all took a piece and they all pushed the doctrine that they are Christ. Read it again.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Now, in order for us to really get into that verse, to understand that Christ obviously had to leave a description of himself to prepare us and help us so that we ourselves would never be deceived. Because when you ask people this question, so he says, take heed that no man deceive you. That's verse 4. So he obviously had to leave us biblical clues to himself so that we would not be deceived. So when we go to Revelation chapter 1, let's go there. This was the famous Sierra Leone scripture. And again, we take things for granted, but don't take any of these scriptures for granted. Many people can probably paraphrase here, over there it's like new. It's new to them. And they're like, why are y'all just coming out with this understanding now? You know, why wasn't this taught to us years ago? You know, read that, Revelation 1, 14 and 15. Christ said, take heed that no man deceive you. Many shall come in my name, saying I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Read that.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. Mm-hmm. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So the hair on his head and the hair on his face were white like wool. Wool is a texture. Wool, there are primarily 2 basic types of hair. You have thin, straight hair or wool afro hair. Those are pretty much 2 types. Those are the most popular types on the earth. That's for you wavy hair brothers out there. But what about us? You're like, no, we're not thinking about you. Read that again.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
His hair was fully white. Not gray, Amaziah, Captain Amaziah, but white. Go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Because he drank wine.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
You know, what we take for granted and not understand, people would grasp it. You know, in Sierra Leone, we had to literally buy brass. Captain Hoshea bought a menorah of brass, and we had to burn it literally in front of the people so that they could grasp the understanding of what that meant. I tell you, we had to do a lot of illustrations in Sierra Leone, a lot of illustrations. Read that again. Verse 15, I'm sorry.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters.
Because he spoke very, very loud. Now go to 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4.
Second Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if you receive another spirit, which you have not received, or another gospel, which you have not accepted, you might well bear with him.
Read it again.
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus.
Now, we read about the description of Jesus in the Bible. Revelation chapter 1, verse 14 and 15. You can also reference Daniel 10, verse 5 and 6. Those are the two popular scriptures that describe the Messiah. So here Paul is saying, if he that comes preaching another Jesus. Give me that in 1 John 4 and 3. 1 John 4, verse 3.
1 John chapter 4 and verse 3. And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh.
If he came in the flesh, everybody says, oh, yeah, he came in the flesh. Well, if he came in the flesh, what color was his flesh? Read it again.
And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God.
They're not of God. Because you ask them what color was his flesh, they'll say either white or nobody knows. So what, Christ running around Jerusalem invisible? Are you kidding me? Was he polka dot? Go ahead.
And this is that spirit of Antichrist.
That's the spirit of Antichrist. When the Europeans went throughout Africa teaching that they are Christ, that was the spirit of Antichrist. Why? Because they rejected the biblical description of him with white wool hair and skin like it burned in the furnace, and they gave you a European Jesus with red, pink skin and yellow, thin hair. That's what they wanted. That's the spirit of Antichrist. Go ahead.
Whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already it is in the world.
And even now already is it in the world. Go back to 2 Corinthians 11 and 4, please.
Yes, sir. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached.
Because the disciples never preached a Caucasian Jesus. Go ahead.
Or if you receive another spirit.
Or if you receive another spirit, go ahead.
Which ye have not received.
Which ye have not received. What's this other spirit? Give me 1 Timothy 4 and 1. What is this other spirit making reference to?
1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits.
See that? Giving heed to seducing spirits. So the spirit that's in the world today, this Christianity spirit, is a seducing spirit. It seduces us to break God's laws. That's what it does. Go back to Corinthians.
2 Corinthians 11 and 4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if you receive another spirit, which ye have not received, or another gospel.
Or another gospel. Give me that in Galatians 1, 6, and 7, please. Another gospel. A lot of times we think the gospel is, it should be simple, but evil has corrupted it. Watch what it says here.
The book of Galatians chapter 1 and verse 6. I marvel that you are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ unto another gospel.
So our people were removed unto another gospel. Go ahead.
Which is not another.
It says which is not another because they were using the same biblical text that the apostles were using, but they were doing something different with the scriptures. He's going to say it in the next part. Go ahead.
But there be some that trouble you and would pervert the gospel of Christ.
That's what they were doing with the scriptures. Perverting the gospel. Perverting it. All right. So like when you read the scriptures on color, they'll go, oh, no. That's his emotions. That's his feeling, his inner feelings. Okay. The wool hair. Oh, that represents righteousness. That's not really what he looked like, though. That's what they do. Okay. Let's go from there. Go back to 2 Corinthians 11:4.
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if you receive another spirit, which ye have not received, or another gospel, which ye have not accepted.
Go ahead.
Ye might well bear with him.
And the way we bear well with them is by rebuking people in the scriptures. That's how we bear with them. Let's go to Matthew the 24th chapter again. And let's jump down because Matthew 24, Christ goes into a brief synopsis of the history that would occur to the Israelites, our fathers. Matthew 24, let's start at verse 15.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 15. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand.
Let's see what Christ is talking about. Go to Daniel 9:27. I'm just curious. Let's check it out for a moment. The abomination of desolation stand in the holy place. What is he talking about?
Daniel chapter 9 and verse 27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week.
We've gone over this before.
And in the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease.
That's what Rome did. Go ahead.
And for the overspreading of abominations,
And for the overspreading of abominations,
he shall make it desolate.
he shall make Jerusalem desolate. That's the it. Go ahead.
Even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate.
So Daniel was prophesying about Rome. Let's jump up. Jump up to verse 26.
Yes, sir. And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off.
So Daniel's prophesying about Christ being sacrificed, dying. Go ahead.
But not for himself.
Because Christ didn't die for himself. He died for the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
And the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city.
That's Rome. Go ahead.
And the sanctuary.
That's the Roman Empire. Go ahead.
And the end thereof shall be with a flood, and unto the end of the war desolations are determined.
Go ahead.
And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week.
Rome made a covenant with the Israelites to allow us to sacrifice. This was for a short time. Go ahead.
And in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. And for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate, even unto the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate.
So what was determined upon us occurred. We were destroyed as a nation. Go back to Matthew 24. Now we got an understanding of what Christ was talking about in Matthew 24, verse 15. Read it again.
When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation.
So Christ is calling the white man the abomination of desolation. I'm going to say it again. Jesus Christ, the Savior, who never gave an ill word, according to some of you, called the white man, the Roman Empire, the abomination of desolation. Go ahead.
Spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand.
So what he said, what is he saying? He said, I want you to go precept upon precept what I'm saying, what I'm talking about. If you didn't know Daniel, what he wrote, you ain't going to know what Christ was talking about. Go ahead.
Then let them which be in Judea flee to the mountains.
He was telling the Israelites, run for your lives. Leave Jerusalem. Run deeper into Africa. That's what he was telling them. Run. Go ahead.
Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Why? Because what did Rome do? They besieged Jerusalem. They caused a 7-year famine. Give me that in Deuteronomy 28, please. Why did he say woe unto them that are with child? This is why. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. And let's start at verse 50. Let's start at 49.
Yes, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
Rome, their
A nation-
capital was Italy, and their symbol was the eagle. Go ahead.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
The language of Rome was Latin, Latin. Not Spanish, Latin. Go ahead.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee the corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or
The word
flocks,
kind means cattle. K-I-N-E means cattle. Go ahead.
or flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee.
Come on.
And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates,
This is the 7-year siege. Go ahead.
until the high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest, throughout all thy land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord thy God hath given thee. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body.
This is why Christ said, woe unto them that are with child in those days. And thou shalt what?
And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body.
Because there was no food in Jerusalem to eat. Go ahead.
The flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God hath given thee in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee.
Now, the same thing did occur during the time of Babylon. So write that down. Real quick, Jeremiah 19:9, I believe it is. Let me just to verify Babylon. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 19 and verse 9. And I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and they shall eat everyone the flesh of his friend in the siege and straitness, wherewith their enemies and they that seek their lives shall straiten them.
So go back to Deuteronomy 20. I just want to show you something real quick. Because people get simple, especially these Christian apologetics, dumb as a rock. They're like, oh, no, that only happened once. No. When you read Deuteronomy 28, verse 46, read that.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
The curses that came upon us shall be upon us for a sign. What is the sign? That we're the Israelites. That's the sign. Go ahead.
And for a wonder.
Uh-huh.
And upon thy seed forever.
You see that? And upon thy seed forever. So a lot of these things is more than one-fold or twofold. Some are threefold, fourfold. Because many of these things occurred from captivity to captivity to captivity. So I showed you that the famine, the siege happened during the time of Babylon. It also happened during the time of Rome. Now, during the time of Rome, it's not so much recorded in detail in the Bible. Why? Because most of these things that were written, the epistles, occurred before 70 AD. Only the book of Revelation, I believe, was one of the few books that was written after 70 AD. This was written around 96. Okay, so let's go back to Matthew 24. And we're at verse 19 again.
Matthew 24 and verse 19. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day.
You know, Israel had that doctrine about on the Sabbath day don't fight. Some of them didn't learn from the Maccabees. Go ahead.
But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
So Christ is going beyond 70 AD. He's going, because why? How do you know that? For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. What occurred in 70 AD also occurred during the time of Babylon. Okay, so he's going far beyond that. He's talking about something different here. Go ahead.
And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
Mm-hmm.
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Read on.
Then, if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not.
Now, that verse right there, then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. Give me the video. Give me the video called Kenyan Pastor Miraculously Commands Jesus Christ. You dumb people. This is why you guys start cursing people out. People get simple as hell. This is why we got to go there. I thought there's a technical problem. Y'all didn't fix this while I was gone? Oh, you wasn't here? You haven't been here?
No.
You haven't been here for 2 years? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Bishop, he bring the problem to New York. That problem was not, it was in Philly.
Okay. Y'all, you know what? Y'all can swing the camera that way. See the camera? Put the camera right there.
Let the people see
Let
the
the people see.
RBLs.
Let all the people see. No, you're not taking it. No. That's the Abiel corner. They're in the Abiel corner right there. Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, Bishop,
God,
you know
Lava,
what he
just
said.
talk, Lava.
Yeah, and Bishop, you know what he's saying inside. You know what he said inside him. Yeah, he was not happy to see the black brother back. He said, "Get your dad brother back." Hey, listen, man. Yeah, a lot of times your guys not paying attention, man. Like Bishop just went out. When you go to this third world country, Deuteronomy 28, and Revelation 1 and 114, Bishop 114. Yeah, these are the guidelines, man. You just stick to it. Yeah, you know who would be good on that? One of the brother here who only teach Deuteronomy 28. He be the master of that thing. You know, man, see, Cat, man. I ain't saying no name. Why you look at me all funny, man? Yeah, man. But when you travel to these countries, man, you notice that the upper hand we do have while we living in America, while these men's a lot of things they do not have. You understand? I mean, Bishop had to tell the brother that Bishop was funny, man. You know, some of our brother, the underarm was the kicking point, man. And that's why when you do put that, when you give that, like Bishop said, from now on we know what they need. You understand? We're gonna bring it for them. You understand? And but this is what they face every day. You understand? And but to them that's known. To us, we're like, yo, my man, you need some shower. But to them, it's a regular thing. You understand? Because even though after they take their shower, if they don't have nothing to, to treat themselves with, what's good is their shower. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a lot of things we take for granted here. You know, like, let me see, what else? What else is that then the place they live, that we was able to at least, the Lord able to bless them with a better home. You understand? In their home, when we first came, we see these brothers. Then that was known to them. But to us, there was like, we cannot see them living like that. You understand? We thought the Lord put in our spirit to do better for them. That's why we show you guys their videos. We show you guys the pictures. You understand? Man, like, believe it or not, man, yeah, people can talk negative, man, but at the end of the day, we bring solution to our people. We not only just say but we bring solution showing them that we do care. You understand? It's good to speak the word, man, but what's good is it that when you finish reading it, you hardly can give can give a brother a meal. You understand? That's what with God, there's always a way in, a way out. Always remember that, brothers. When you keep these commandments, and when you apply this commandment, you don't keep it for yourself. You keeping it for the others that who's look at you as an example. You understand? Because a lot of people don't understand that. You are living example. Yeah, you living for.
So you got to cut the broadcast and start all over again? All right, people online, just bear with us.
Oh man, yo, IBL, fix your stuff. Stop playing, man. I told you stop playing back then. Yet from today on, your life gonna change. But me, I listen to stuff like that. I'm looking at that, man. It's not him who's saying it. It's the Lord who's saying your life's gonna change. I mean, we no longer like that little. Like how we looking at ourselves. The Lord is using us to do mighty thing on this earth. Like us or not, you cannot deny the prophet's works. You understand? You can curse Christ out, but you cannot deny that man that opened the eyes and ears of people without even touching them. So how the hell are you going to stop this power from flowing? That's impossible. Go ahead.
We ready? All right, so where are we going? That ain't it. That's not the clip I want. It says minister commanded, Kenyan pastor miraculously commands Jesus Christ. That one. Oh, yeah, that's it. So we went here, Officer Leon, what was the verse we were?
Matthew 24 and verse 23.
Yeah, read verse 23 again.
Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not.
Believe it not. Now, this was what happened in Kenya. This was back in July.
Ni tangazo tuliloni hili So apparently you all must have seen that video. That is a Kenyan pastor that is parading a white man in Kenya at the moment, saying this is Jesus Christ who has descended from heaven as a result of a miracle from the said pastor, and everybody in the pastor's church is jubilating and dancing with the said Jesus Christ in quotes. Like, what is the world turning into? I am lost for words. I really do not know what to say right now. Like, doing this sort of blasphemy and involving the name of the Son of God is something that I am speechless. People can go to every length just to get themselves like famous or on the internet on these days is so crazy. I do not really understand this. Like, I'm just lost. Let me hear what you guys think in the comment sections down below.
So this Kenyan pastor, he is behind whooped. That's what he needs. He need to get whooped for that. But his whole church and half the city, when you see the news articles on it, half the city believed that dude was Jesus the Christ, wearing with his Greek toga. And nobody ever peeps that he's wearing a Greek toga.
And crackhead look like.
And what?
A crackhead.
Oh, yeah, crackhead. Yes, Lava. Yes, a crackhead. So, give me the next video. Wow. So you had half the city believed that was Christ. See, I tell you that Revelation 1:14, it shuts down all these lies. And you will never see these Christian apologetics never speak again. Even those dumb urban apologetics, they don't speak against this. That's how you know they're all full of it. Go ahead, play that.
As she comes together with this interpreter, Pastor Julius.
And if any Northern Kingdom, watch Northern Kingdom in here. You got to watch them because they start shaking and sweating and start doing a damn sign of the cross. Throw them out. Go ahead.
Welcome. God bless you. Let us appreciate Pastor Mutiso as he comes to interpret for our preacher tonight. Thank you. Welcome.
Amen. If you know Jesus loves you, wave your hand nice.
Kama unajua Yesu anakupenda nipungie mkono.
If you know God really loves you, wave both of your hands nice.
Kama unajua Mungu anakupenda fanya mikono yako
That
miwili.
Edomite need to be set on fire. And that Negro need to be whooped over there. Go ahead.
If you know God has the best plan in your entire life for you, jump.
Kama unajua Mungu ako na mpango mwema maishani mwako, ruka.
And they all jumping.
Amen.
When niggas are jumping, when the niggas are jumping. The hell is this?
So much for coming out to our final
Ningependa
night
kuwashukuru
here
kwa sababu ya kuja katika mkutano wa leo
in Kitengela Crusade.
hapa katika
I can't see no more. Cut it off. Let's cut it off. Oh, God, Lord in heaven. So let's go back to Matthew, the 24th chapter. Read 23 again, please.
Yes, sir. Matthew 24, verse 23. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not.
So obviously, our brothers and sisters in Kenya have never read the Bible. For them to believe that this crackhead, this Charles Manson lookalike, is Jesus the Christ. Go ahead.
For there shall arise false Christs.
There you go right there. For there shall arise false Christ. This goes back to what we read earlier about Antichrist. Christ that would be totally biblically contrary. Go ahead.
For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders.
Write this down. You see what it says and shall show great signs and wonders? Science. Write that word right there. Science. The white man's science. It ain't talking about those fake faith healings. It ain't talking about that. It's talking about the white man's science. You got a leg missing? Guess who can give you a new leg? White man's science. Your teeth fell out your mouth? Guess who can give you some new teeth? White man's science. You're blind. Guess who can give you some fake eyes? You saw that in Avengers when Nick Fury got his eyes scratched out and they gave him a fake eye. You need a new eye? White man's science got you. You need all these things, whatever you need new. The white man's science. This is why they believe that they are God. Okay, it's not talking about these fake miracle healing, fake fake faith miracle healings. Because if they had power, why don't they walk through an AIDS ward and heal? Why don't they go to the hospital and heal everybody in the hospital? Because they're all fake and phony. Every last one. When you read the scriptures, remember in the book of Acts, it said Peter's shadow that just touched people, they got healed. Just a shadow passing, the people got healed. So why aren't they doing that? Because they're all fake. So this is not talking about, verse 24 is going into white man science. That's what it's talking about. I'm going to show you that later on in the class. Read that again.
For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
So their signs, their miracles would be so powerful, it would almost deceive the very elect. Now here's the precept. Go to Revelation 13. Here's the precept. Revelation 13:13.
Revelation 13, verse 13. And he doeth great wonders.
See that? And he doeth great wonders. So there was the same great signs and wonders is mentioned here. Read it again.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven.
So that he makes fire come down from heaven.
On the earth.
On the earth. Hold that. I'm going to show you this is science. Give me the video for Hiroshima. Here's the evidence of what this is talking about. This is making fire come down from heaven. Start at, I think I want to start at 1:23. Let me see if I wrote it down anywhere. I think I want to start at 1:23. Just go into 1:23. Yeah, right there. They dropped the atom bomb.
Now, it took about 45 seconds from the time the bomb left the airplane until it exploded. And I think there wasn't a man in the airplane that wasn't either timing it with his watch or counting or doing something. I was sure the bomb was a dud. I was sure it wasn't going to work.
This was World War II, 1945, May. August 6th and August 9th. I apologize. 1945. August 6th and August 9th.
After falling for 43 seconds, the time and barometric triggers started the firing mechanism. A uranium bullet fired down a barrel into a uranium target. Together, they started a nuclear chain reaction. Solid matter began to come apart, releasing untold quantities of energy.
Okay, got that right there. So Hiroshima and Nagasaki, August 6th, August 9th of 1945, after World War II. Go back to Revelation 13. And they killed in Hiroshima, it was 129,000 people killed. In Nagasaki was 226,000 people killed. Read that again.
Revelation 13 and 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
What did it call those? Miracles. Notice the wording, miracles. It didn't say science there. It said miracles. And that's what it's talking about. Read verse 14 again.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
So what miracles is he talking about? Fire from heaven. The great wonders, verse 13. Go ahead.
Which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
The white man. Go ahead.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Now let's jump up in the chapter. We're going to get into the explanation of that. Let's jump up in the chapter. We've gone over this many times before. Many times before. Start at verse 1. Nope, give me chapter 12 and verse 3.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads.
So this great red dragon is talking about man on earth. Red, why? Because of Genesis 25:25 regarding Esau. Read that real quick, Officer Leon.
Yes, sir.
All I want to get to the point. I think it's 25:25.
Genesis 25 and verse 25. And the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
So this great red dragon is talking about Esau. But it says dragon. I don't know. You're confusing me. Go to Job 30, please. Job 30, verse 29, I believe it is.
Job chapter 30 and verse 29. I am a brother to dragons.
I am a brother to dragons, wicked men. Okay, so go back to Revelation 12 and 3 again.
And there Revelation 12 and 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon.
So this is talking about Esau. This is talking about Esau coming up in power. Go ahead.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Who can name the 7 heads for me? Right there, he had his hand up first.
Shalom, Bishop. Welcome back.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the brother. But since you stood up, go ahead. Yeah. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you got Greece, Rome, Spain, France, Germany, Russia, and Great Britain.
Very good. Okay, Job, since you're standing, give us the 10 horns.
All right, the 10 horns is the 10 common markets.
I want to name them.
Name them?
Yeah. I know you can. It's all right. But Job is right. The 10 common markets. Write this down. I'm going to give them to you. 10 common market, also called the EU, the European Economic Community, also called NATO. NATO is the military side of it. The EU is the economic side of it. Write this down. Belgium, France, Germany. I thought you didn't memorize none of this stuff? Oh, it's in your Bible. Yeah, he wrote it down in his Bible. Italy, Luxembourg, Luxemburgh, Netherlands, Denmark, Ireland, UK, that stands for United Kingdom, and Greece. So the 10 common markets again. Now there's more than that, but these are their main ones. Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Denmark, Ireland, United Kingdom, Greece. I wrote it on my Bible too, I thought. I ain't memorizing all that stuff. Shoot, my head exploded. Boom! Oh, shoot. So, back to Revelation 13, verse 1, please.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
So this is the same beast that's mentioned in chapter 12. Okay, and in chapter 12, it gives you its color, red. So, but notice here, it calls it a beast. So people read that word beast and go, oh, it's talking about a monster, an alien. No, Ecclesiastes 3:18, please. Ecclesiastes 3:18. Remember, the book of Revelation is a huge metaphor, a parable. That's why you have to read the Old Testament writings. Read that?
Yes, sir. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 18. I said in mine heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
See that? That they themselves, some of mankind, is a beast. Beasts. Go back to Revelation 13, please, and 1.
Revelation 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
The name of blasphemy. Here's the name of blasphemy. Get Revelation 17, verse 3, then jump to verse 5. What is the name of blasphemy it's talking about?
Revelation chapter 17, verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast.
Scarlet is red. Scarlet is red. Red-colored beast. Go ahead.
Full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Still talking about the same beast. Verse 5.
And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
You see, and what's interesting about that, or what I always take notice of, is the first word says mystery. It says mystery because you would never believe in your wildest dreams that this white man, who everybody and their mama loves, is the devil on earth. You go, no, not them. They give us foreign aid. They give us food stamps. They give us welfare. They give us public assistance. Impossible. God is saying, no, it's them. Oh, it's them. Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, and abominations of the earth. Didn't Christ call them that in Matthew 24? He called Rome the abominations of desolations. So here, John is calling them the abominations of the earth. Same thing. Same group, same people. Let's go back to chapter 13, please. And we're at verse 2.
Revelation 13 and verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
Read it again.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
Now, many Christian commentators, they reference Daniel, the 7th chapter. The Greeks had the animal symbol of the leopard. Okay, ancient Greece today. Remember, Alexander the Greek had a leopard skin hat on his head. That's what he wore. So this kingdom, which is, now remember, in Daniel 7, it's giving you 4 major empires. The first 2 was Babylon, followed by Persia and Media. Those were not Edomite nations there. But here in Revelation 13, it's telling you that this is one race, one particular race of people divided into 7 major kingdoms. And they had 10 smaller kingdoms in their support. So, but these are Edomites here in Revelation 13. So here in verse 2, where it says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. Those are the Greeks. Then it says, and his feet was as the feet of a bear. Now in Daniel 7, who had the symbol of the bear? The Persians and the Medes. But these are not Persians nor Medes. These are Edomites. So what does it mean? They took on the characteristics of Persians and Medes as well. Read on.
And his feet were as the feet of the bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
Now, also, let me reference the bear. Russia is famous for having the bear symbol also today. So that's a European kingdom. Read on.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
Britain had the symbol of the lion. When you read in Daniel 7, Babylon had the symbol of the lion. Okay? In this day and age, Britain also took on that symbol. Go ahead.
And the dragon gave him his power.
Now, this dragon here is talking about Satan. Go ahead. Gave him his power.
And his seat.
And his seat.
And great authority.
Now, how do I know that dragon there is talking about Satan? When you read Matthew, the 4th chapter. Give me that Matthew 4. This was something that Satan said to Christ.
Matthew.
You know what verse I want?
Verse 9.
Let me hear it.
And saith unto him, all these things will...
Start above it.
Yes, sir. Verse 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
See what Satan said to Christ? He said, I'll give you all the kingdoms of the world if you will bow down and worship me. Why? Because that power was given to Satan to make you a ruling king, a leader. So he obviously gave it to Rome. Rome, at this time, that's the empire that was ruling during the time of Christ. They had it. And they've held on to it from the time of Renaissance. Go back to Revelation 13.
Revelation 13 and verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death.
Write this down. Rome fell in 193 AD. That's what it means. And one of his heads were wounded to death. 193 AD. Rome fell in 193 AD under the hand of Septimius Severus. Go ahead.
And his deadly wound was healed.
1453 was the Renaissance era. Rome came back in power. 1453. That's an approximate. Go ahead. And y'all can see that in the movie, what's that always referencing with Lawrence Fishburne? Othello, right. When they were getting all the Moors, what they call Moors, out of Spain, out of Europe. Read that again.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed.
Right, because they came back in power around 1453 during the Renaissance. Go ahead.
And all the world wondered after the beast.
And all the world wondered after the beast. Go ahead.
And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast.
And they worshiped Satan. Go ahead.
And they worshipped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
Because why? You remember when you checked during, what was it called, the Inquisition and all that, they was getting us all out of Europe. Chasing those of us that they captured, they put in slavery. A lot of our people fled down into Africa, deep in there. Okay, although they called us Moors, okay, and they were hunting and chasing us. What verse was that?
That was verse 4.
Go ahead.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. Mm-hmm. And power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months.
Write this down. 40 and 2 months is 350 years. 12 and 42 is 3.5. That's 3.5 years, which is 350 years. Okay, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemy. So they spoke against the scriptures. They spoke, and I'm going to give you some examples. I'm going to give you some examples of their blasphemies. You have to go back. If you want a biblical reference, you have to go to their predecessors. Is that how you say the word? Predecessors. You got to go back to the time of the Greeks. Give me 1 Maccabees chapter 1. Since this is the season or high holiday of our forefathers, the Feast of Dedication, wherein the Maccabees rededicated the temple. Let's reference them, what they went through. 1 Maccabees chapter 1. Let's start at verse 44, please.
1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 44.
This is going to give you an idea of a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. Go ahead.
For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbath and festival days, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised, and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation, to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die.
So let's jump up to verse 41. I should have started there. I like that, from 41 down.
Sir. Verse 41, 1 Maccabees 1, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
See that? Democracy all over again. That all should be one people. Go ahead.
And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
So not only did the Greeks, okay, so what we're showing you what the Greeks did, Esau, they're following, Rome did the same thing. And as the Renaissance began to go underway, they also followed the same thing. Give me 1 Maccabees 3, verse 48. Speaking great things and blasphemies. Go ahead.
1 Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So the Greeks started to paint themselves as Adam, as Jacob, as the 12 tribes, as Jeremiah, as Isaiah. Okay? That's what the Greeks started to do, as Micah, Daniel. They started putting their images in the scriptures as our forefathers. That's why it was paramount for them to take the book of the Apocrypha from the regular Bible. That's what they did. Give me 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. So I took you from the Greeks. Now let's jump up. I'm going to show you something. Now often remember Job, I think it's 11 verse 6. Where's the scripture that says the scriptures are double? Where's that one at? That's it? Okay, watch this. Don't get nervous. I'm just going to show you something. Austin Liam, you got it?
Job chapter...
No. Oh, okay, read it.
Job chapter 11 verse 6. And that he was showed the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is.
To that which is written. So, the secrets of wisdom have double meanings many times. Now go to Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. Let me show you.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4.
Watch this.
Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
So this is talking about the white man. Okay? Read the verse above it. Let me show y'all something.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day
that day is talking about the second coming of Christ shall not come. Go ahead.
Except there come a falling away first.
So before the second coming of Christ comes, the Israelites have to fall away into captivity. That's what it means. Except there come a falling away first. Go ahead.
And that man of sin.
And that man of sin
be revealed.
Be revealed.
The son of perdition.
The son of hell. Now he's going to give you some descriptive writings about the son of hell, the son of perdition, the man of sin. Go ahead.
Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
This is that great mouth speaking blasphemies. They would oppose everything written and exalt themselves above all that is called God. Go ahead.
Or that is worship.
Or that is worship.
So that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Now, I'm going to show you the duality of that verse right there. When the Greeks took over the temple, what did they put in the temple? Anybody remember? Jonah. What did the Greeks put in the temple?
They set up idols.
Like what?
Like Jupiter.
Yes.
Zeus.
Exactly. They showed themselves that they are God. Guess what? Rome did the same thing. So when it says, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, the first meaning is exactly what it's saying. They set themselves up in the temple, showing themselves that they are God. So now we often, when y'all hear us bring it out, we often bring it up for this day and age. But remember, Paul was making reference to what they would do in 70 AD, what Rome would do. And that is exactly what they did as they were destroying it. Was that the whole verse? Showing himself that he is God. So everybody with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Let's go back to Revelation 13. Go ahead.
Real quick, go to Daniel 7 and read verse 11. This goes right along with Revelation 17 or 13.
Daniel chapter 7 verse 11. I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words.
Of the what?
The great words.
The great, the mouth speaking great things. Same thing. Go ahead.
Which the horn spake.
The horn's America. Can you read back in verse 8 of Daniel 7? Go ahead.
I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed, and giving to the burning flame.
I say those referring to America, because Babylon was not burned. Okay, Babylon was not burned, is referring to that little horn being America in that verse. So Daniel saw the exact same thing that the Lord showed to John. Okay, that little horn speaking great things. Same exact thing.
Exactly. Back to Revelation 13, verse 5. We should have read 5 and 6 together, so write this down. Verse 5 and 6 go together. And the precepts that we referenced, 1 Maccabees 1:44 to 50, 1 Maccabees 3:48, and 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4, goes with verse 5 and 6. So write that down in your notebook. Read that again.
Yes, sir. Revelation 13 and verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
Now, his tabernacle. Look real quick, because people often ask, what is his tabernacle? Go to Acts 7:46.
Acts chapter 7, verse 46. Acts 7, verse 46. Who found favor before God and desired to find a tabernacle for the God of Jacob.
Right. So the tabernacle that was being built was the temple wherein the Israelites gathered together. So back to Revelation 13:6, and he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. So what they did was paint themselves as God, Christ, the angels. They set themselves up as God. Now remember what we're talking about from verse 3. I don't want you to forget the thought. Verse 3, it says, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. Rome fell in 193. And his deadly wound was healed. When was it healed? Around 1453. This is the Renaissance era. So what we're reading about from 3 down is what Esau did as they started conquering systematically. America has not come into power as yet in this chapter. Read on.
Verse 6. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
Watch this. Come on.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
Stop. And was given unto him to make war with the saints. To him there is still Edom, this great red dragon with 7 heads, 10 horns. How did they make war with us? That's why I referenced when they started to conquer us from Rome, Spain. They kicked us out of Portugal. That's what they did with the Moors. But they wasn't finished yet. They captured some of us. Most of us fled into Africa and the Caribbean islands. What happened then in 1492? Because they wasn't finished yet with 1453. They said, you know what? There's another remnant of Israelites on the other side of the world. Let's get them. So what? Queen Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, they funded Christopher Columbus. He took an armada of soldiers with him. You going on an expedition, what you need soldiers for? He took soldiers. And when y'all see it, is the clip on YouTube with Columbus, 1492? Can we look at that real quick? I'm going to show y'all. Oh, it's going to block us? All right. Well, when y'all get a chance, y'all can look at it. Oh, picture in picture be all right? Okay. Well, but I want them to hear what he says. Oh, yeah, it'll be all right? Okay. All right. 1492. And this is for you Israelites out there that don't believe our so-called Indian brothers and Latino brothers on this side of the world are Israelites. To hell with you. Don't nobody give a damn what you think. Yeah, that's what I want when he says Esdras. The reference to Esdras. All right, so pay close attention. He used the book of 2nd Esdras. This was in 1992 they filmed this.
Why do you wish to sail west? To open a new route to Asia.
Lie.
Asia is the richest kingdom, the land of spices and gold. At the moment, there are only 2 ways of reaching it. By sea Sailing around the African continent, the journey takes a year, or by land.
Hey, that's
but
what
the
Ezra
truth
said.
that closed this road to all Christians, there is a third way. By sailing west across the ocean sea.
The distance is unknown. It's said to be infinite.
Watch this.
Superstition. I believe the Indies are no more than 750 leagues west of the Canary Islands.
How can you be so certain?
The calculations of Toscanelli, Marin de Tir, Esdras.
Esdras is a Jew.
So was Christ.
So was
2
Christ.
minutes, and already you're a dead man.
So he references 2
telling the
Ezra 13, verse 40 through 45. And he gave the time. He said to go around the Africa takes a year. That's what Ezra said. Okay? So when we go back now to Revelation 13 and verse 7, I want you to pay close attention. Remember, 1453, they began to systematically cast us out from Rome, Spain, Portugal, and we were on the run. All those Edomites, bandits, the Khazars and all that came together against us. So here in verse 7, watch this.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
We're the saints. Give me the proof of that. Psalms 149 verse 14, or is it 148 14? Thank you. We are the saints are the Israelites. Not all nations on the earth are saints.
Psalms 148 verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel.
The word even means indeed of the children of Israel. We are his saints. Was that it, Officer Leon?
A people near unto him, praise ye the Lord.
Praise ye the Lord. We are the saints of the Lord. Let's go back to Revelation 13 and 7 again.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
So Esau, Edom, made war with the 12 tribes of Israel, the 2 kingdoms. He started with Judah. He didn't get all of us. So what did he do? He went and get the northern kingdom. Go ahead.
And to overcome them.
What did he do? He overcame us. Okay.
And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
So you got to think about what it said. Verse 7 is giving us a lot in one verse. He made war against the 12 tribes of Israel and overcame us. So from 1453, he got a very few of us. He cast us out of where we were ruling. He got Northern Kingdom. He made war against them. That was 1492. Then around the 1600s, actually before that, he went into Africa and started making deals with the Arabs and the Hamite nations there regarding the Southern Kingdom. Get them out of there. We're going to pay y'all. And what did they do? They brought us all over here to serve chattel, what they call chattel slavery. Chattel slavery is just another word for cattle. Cattle, they treated us like animals. That's what they did. Okay? Those of us that had knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, they destroyed us. They killed us. They murdered us. But they left the children alive. And that's why they raised the children up like brute beasts, unable to read, unable to write. Okay? Those of us that remained behind in Africa, they did what? They colonized us. Give me that as evidence. Deuteronomy 28:32. Give me that. Here's the proof of what I'm saying.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32.
This is one of the curses that would befall the 12 tribes. Go ahead.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
That's slavery. Go ahead.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
And what's heavy about that verse, it says your sons and daughters shall be given unto another people. So where were the parents? They stayed behind. The parents stayed behind. It was the sons and daughters taken. Okay, because you got these dumb Israelites who don't know the Bible that say there's no Israelites in Africa. You just as dumb as the group that says there's no northern kingdom on this side of the world that are Israelites. 2 dummies. They need to get in a room together and play dominoes or something. Read on.
And thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So the sons and daughters were taken from them, the parents remained behind. Go ahead.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
No military might, no economic might, no political might. A lot of times brothers often say, I used to say it too, why didn't the so-called Africa, when we thought we were Africa, why didn't they come get us? God says they would have no might to get us. no might in their hand. Read on.
The fruit of thy land.
The fruit, this is colonialism now.
And
this
all
is for the Israelites that remain behind.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
That's the Berlin Conference of the late 1800s when they divided Africa up between the Dutch, the British, the Portuguese, the Germans. Who else? Am I forgetting some people? I know there's a bunch more. I said that already. Give me something I didn't say. Oh, I didn't say France? The French, thank you. They're the demons. There's some more too, but it's going to come. Y'all just, you can Google Google that for me. The Berlin Conference. I want a map. So, no, I forgot some of them. Thank you, Jonah. Just Google it. I want to see it on Google. Google. Oh, y'all know December 10th they're shutting us all down, allegedly. But don't worry about it. Of 1884. Yes, see that map right there? That one. Yeah, let me see. Hopefully I can read it. Can we see that clear? Let's take a look at the Berlin Conference of 1884. All right, y'all see, this is how they divided it. Look, French are in green. Spanish was blue. How could I forget Spain? Damn. Italians is red. The gray where it says free, that's America over there. No, not America. That's Ethiopia over there. They always say they weren't colonized. They were colonized for a short period of time. Orange is Britain. Germany is purple there. Belgium is yellow. Portuguese is green. British is orange. German purple. But this was what they did. They sat down at it in 1884 and they divided the entire continent up. That's what they did. All right, so let's go back to Revelation 13, please. So that goes with Deuteronomy 28, verse 33. Now we're going back to Revelation 13 and verse 7 once again.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them.
And they overcame us in slavery. That's how they overcame us, slavery and colonialism.
And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
So now what's that talking about? Remember, they didn't just stop there. Remember, even Britain went over to China, okay, and they ruled China for a short time, and they called it the Boxers' Rebellion. You can see that in a lot of Jet Li movies about the Chinese revolting against Britain. Jet Li, Ip Man, you see those movies with Ip Man, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Where they were fighting and kicking the British out. Okay, yes. Right, they gave back Hong Kong in 98, thank you. Okay, but over in Africa, they have no might, no power, nothing. Let's read on now. Verse 8.
And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him.
Now I want y'all to pause there. Pause right there. So after they overcame the saints, the 12 tribes of Israel, and they began to systematically take down the world, it says, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. Worship is a thing based upon religion. Remember who we're talking about back in verse 3. Read verse 3 again. I don't want y'all to forget the thought.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death.
That was 193 AD. Rome fell.
And his deadly wound was healed.
That's 1453, the Renaissance era.
And all the world wondered after the beast.
And all the world wondered after the white man. So back in verse 8 now.
And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him.
So something occurred. Once they conquered us, they started to institute us worshiping them. And as we read further down, John is going to explain what they did. Read on.
Whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Mm-hmm.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Now here's the judgment for verse 7 and verse 8. Here's the judgment. Read it again. He that what?
He that leadeth into captivity.
Because a lot of times we'll read that, but we won't explain in the chapter what is that based on. We'll just isolate it by itself. Now you have to understand it's making reference to verse 7. Once again, verse 7, please.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
The 12 tribes of Israel.
And to overcome them.
They overcame us and enslaved us and colonized us.
And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
Now, verse 10. Here's the judgment that Christ is uttering.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword,
because they were killing millions of us. Go ahead.
Must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
See that? Here is the patience and the faith of the who?
The saints.
That's back to verse 7 again.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
Okay, verse 11 now.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Uh-oh. Now it says another beast. This is America. Write that down. This one here is America. Because as they began to conquer us, remember all those various nations, what happened around 1776? They formed themselves into a more perfect union to establish justice and domestic tranquility, as the preamble says. Okay, because remember they had to fight Spain. They kicked some of the Spanish out. They had to fight France. They kicked some of the French out. They had to fight Britain. The War of Independence kicked some of Britain out. But those that remained behind, they formed together and called themselves the United States of America of 1776. Read that again, verse 11.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
He had two horns like a lamb. Remember, America has a dual political system. You got republicanism and democracy, Democrats. They're fighting all in the news today. They try to make themselves sound like a Christian society. That's why it says he had two horns like a lamb. They seem Christian, but it says, and he spake as a dragon. Because the things they're putting out are satanic. I'll give you an example. Freedom of religion. That's satanic. But guess what? All those laws that they set up in their constitution was used to benefit the rising of the 12 tribes of Israel. Do you think we could have taught what we teaching now and get away with it? They would have had laws set up to kill us all. So when all those amendments and all that was made, that some of our fathers died for, Mosai said, we're going to use this to have our sons and daughters rise back up. That's what happened. Read verse 11 again.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Right.
And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him.
That was Rome. America is based upon Roman ethics, okay, like their Senate. Give me that in the First Maccabees, chapter 8. He exercises all the power of the first beast. Rome followed the same thing Greece did. Okay, but America bases themselves not after Greece, because when you think about Greece, I want you to understand this. Why does it say Rome and not Greece? Because Greece was, Alexander the Greek united all Edomite nations. What did Rome do? Rome began to bring in other nations into their military, into their army. That's what Rome started to do, bring other nations. I'll give you an example. Cornelius was a Roman centurion. He was not an Edomite. Okay. You look at the movie, what's that show called? Spartacus. And what's the one with Marcus Aurelio? What's his name? Gladiator. Marcus Aurelio. You have other nations. Rome started to incorporate other nations into their military. Okay. Where did I say go? First Maccabees 8. I want the Senate.
Yes, sir. Verse 15.
Right.
First Maccabees 8 and 15.
Now Rome took this from Greece. Go ahead.
Moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house.
What?
A senate house. Wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting away always for the people.
So the concept, was that it? I just want that verse.
To the end they might be well ordered.
To the end that they might be well ordered. So a senate, Greece established it, Rome followed it, and America got that from Rome. So that's what it's going into when we go back to verse 12 again.
Revelation 13 and 12. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them.
You ever notice on a dollar bill you got Roman numerals? Yeah. You ever notice the days of the week are based on Roman gods? The months are based on Roman gods? Okay, the planets are based upon Roman gods. So read verse 11 again. I mean verse 12 again.
And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
You ever notice on the dollar bill they got Latin words on there? Like Novus Ordo. That's Latin. That's from Rome. New World Order. What is it? E pluribus unum, from many one. Annuit, what is the other one? Annuit coeptus. Our enterprise a success. So, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him. That was Rome. America followed all the power of ancient Rome and caused the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. Okay, the Renaissance. Verse 13, please.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
That was America. America did this. It wasn't Spain. It wasn't France. It was America. Go ahead.
And deceiveth
them. And they dropped the atom bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, August. Verse 14.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Or his other allies. Go ahead.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live.
So make an image in honor of Rome. That goes back up to verse 8. Jump up to verse 8.
And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him.
Because once they conquered us, it was easy for them to put that image of Caesar Borgia as what? As Christ. And they forced us during the time of slavery and colonialism to worship him. So back in verse 14 again. Read 14 again.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live.
So that image of Caesar Borgia, that image comes from Rome. Leonardo da Vinci was hired to paint Caesar Borgia, who was the second son of Alexander VI of Rome, as Jesus the Christ. Read that again.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
Pause there. Watch this. Go back to Matthew 24. I don't want y'all to forget the thought. I mentioned it several times, but I believe some of you have forgotten the thought of Matthew 24:24.
Matthew 24 and verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs.
False Christs.
And false prophets.
False prophets to substantiate the false Christ.
And shall show great signs and wonders.
And shall show great signs and wonders. Go ahead.
Insomuch that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect.
Now go back to Revelation 13. Start at 13 and 14. Let's look at them together. Saying the same thing.
Revelation 13 and 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
That was August 1945, World War II. They bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Fire from heaven. Go ahead.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
What miracles? The miracles of calling fire from heaven. That great wonder. Go ahead.
Which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
He had power to do that in the sight of the beast, meaning his other allies, the other allies. Go ahead.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth.
This goes back to Rome now.
That they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Give me that. Give me the sketches. Give me this Leonardo da Vinci sketches. It's on the internet. I know it is. Let's see what Rome did. Sketches. I don't know if sketches of Jesus, sketches of Caesar. I'm not sure how it's worded, but it's there. No, not that. Nope. Leonardo. Oh, right there, that first one. That's one of them, but there's more. Give me the. Keep going. Nope, that ain't it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You might have to put in sketches of Caesar Borgia. Sketches Caesar. Yep, there they go right there. That's it. Those are the sketches. You can find that in the book written by Marion Johnson entitled The Borgias. That's Caesar Borgia. Those are the sketches Leonardo did of him as the Renaissance Jesus. Okay? So back in verse, Liam, Revelation 13, verse 7 and 8 again. Keep that on the screen.
Revelation 13, verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him.
You got to think about it. They made war against us. They overcame us. And then it says we worshiped him. So that's what they did. They put this image out as the new Jesus. Okay? So it's never the thought that it's not that. Remember, the Bible existed way before Rome. Way before that. It was since the time of Adam it was being written and constructed. Okay? So we've always had the scriptures, but what happened when they conquered us, they made war against us and overcame us, made us into brute beasts. It was easy for them to force that image. And as we read down, it's going to say how they got us to worship him as Jesus. Back down to verse 14, Officer Leon.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Right, meaning what? They fell in 193 but came back alive during the Renaissance around 1453. That's what it means, a wound by a sword and did live. Go ahead.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Whose life did they give that image? They gave that image the life of Christ. They didn't say, oh, this is Caesar Borgia, worship him. No, they said this is Jesus Christ. They gave the life of Christ to the image of Caesar Borgia. Go ahead.
That the image of the beast should both speak.
Now, how does that image speak? Give me the next video. Give me that video. This is how that image speaks. It goes back to Esau's technology, their science. Yep. I guess they're gonna block us too. Let me just jump ahead. Go ahead to like just skip ahead. Let me see something. Right there, right there, go, right there. Go ahead, right there.
Fulfilled.
Go back a little bit before that. Go back a little bit. Can we do picture in picture so they don't block us on YouTube? Give me picture in picture, please.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to give good tidings to the poor.
With his British accent.
He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted.
He's reading Isaiah 61.
Preach deliverance to the captives, to give sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord.
Amen. Bastards! Listen to this. Well, here it comes. Watch this. If anybody do the sign of the cross, throw them out.
Today, in your hearing, the scriptures are fulfilled.
Oh, God. All right, cut that thing off. So when we go back to Revelation 13, this is how this image speaks. They find an actor who looks similar to Caesar Borgia and put him in their movies and quotes the words of Christ. They got a video. Say it on the mic so people can hear. Everybody's not on GroupMe.
Yeah, they taking it a step further. They got a new video game coming out. If you see the link,
you see the link.
You could show them. But it's like the movie, except you could play it. And,
wow.
And heal people.
Wow, you see
I don't
that?
know anything else the game done.
Wow. This is crazy. They're trying to get our sons and daughters for show. Nobody can hear you, Zeph. Who got the mic?
They got a movie coming out with
Your mic isn't on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, go ahead.
They got a movie coming out with a East Indian Messiah.
Oh yeah. He looks more like a Edomite anyway.
Right.
Look, watch a trailer for I Am Jesus Christ, a game where you play through Jesus' life. Let's go down. Let me take a look. I ain't never saw this crap. This is some malarkey. This is some crap. Go down. Let me look at it. Where's the video? Okay, play that. Let me see. Oh, those supposed to be the 12 disciples? Are they going to block us on this? They're not going to block it. Look at this. What the hell is this? Caesar Borgia. The hell? The hell is this? The hell? Don't ever yell out! Wow. Hey, this is why IUIC Watch and Read is so important. This is war. If y'all don't realize this is war, that dude need to be on the cross and stay there. The hell is this? The Flying Nun. You millennials don't know the Flying Nun, but the older crowd, y'all know the Flying Nun. Also, Leon, where are we at?
Verse 15.
Verse 15, once again.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
He gave that image the life of Christ. Go ahead.
That the image of the beast should both speak.
Now we saw an example of how that image speaks. Now you ever see those Jehovah's Witness comic books where they say nobody knows what Jesus looked like? I always catch them with it. I said, nobody knows what he looked like. Can I see one of your comic books? Then you see a white guy talking and see the air bubble. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. I said, who's that? Jesus. Didn't you just say nobody know what he looked like? You bunch of black liars, because they be lying. And them black women can lie their behinds off. And I'm saying it because my mama-in-law is one of them. I used to hem her up all the time. My wife know. She said, nobody knows what Jesus looked like. Because she says that after I show her Revelation 1. She reject that. I say, if nobody knows it, who's this white guy in your comic book? Oh, you just think you're so smart. You lying bunch of Christians. Where we at, Officer Leon?
Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak.
Now we saw an example of how that image speaks. Go ahead.
And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Go back to verse 7 and 8 now.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
He made war against the 12 tribes of Israel.
And to overcome them.
He overcame us in slavery and colonialism.
And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
Go ahead.
And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him.
So what happened if we didn't worship? Got bottom of verse 15 again. And
cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
That's how we became Christians. That is how we became what's termed these modern day Christians, worshiping this false image. That's what happened to us. Go ahead.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond.
Meaning what? Small nations and great nations of people. Read it again.
Yes, sir. And he causeth all, both small and great.
Small nations and great nations. Meaning what? Third world nations. Okay. You have free world nations also. Go ahead.
Rich and poor.
Rich nations and poor nations. It's still going into the free nations and third world. Go ahead.
Free and bond.
Free and bond. Go ahead.
To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
What's in your forehead? Your brain. Meaning what? They would teach a philosophy to us for us to believe in. And when it says, or in our hand, in our right hands, we would support it. We would support whatever they taught us. So this mark is going into their policies. That's what it's going into. Their policies. Now, in order to reference that in the Bible, let's see what happened during the time of the Maccabees, since this is the Feast of Dedication. Give me 1 Maccabees 8. I want verse 24 to 26. Their articles are written on, their policies are written in what's called articles. I'm stuttering and stammering. Go ahead. Let me get it first. Y'all know y'all faster than me. Just bear with me. Here we go. 1 Maccabees 8, verse 24 to 26. Watch this.
1 Maccabees 8 and 24. If there come...
This is what Rome is telling Judah Maccabee.
If there come first any war upon the Romans or any of their confederates throughout all their dominion, the people of the Jews shall help them, as the time shall be appointed with all their heart.
Watch this.
Neither shall they give anything unto them that make war upon them.
So it says, neither shall they give anything unto them that make war upon them, upon Rome. Go ahead.
Or aid them with victuals.
Or aid them with food.
Weapons.
Don't aid them with weapons.
Money.
Now that's what I'm getting to right now. Or money. This is key for Revelation 13. Go ahead.
Or ships.
Or ships.
As it hath seemed good unto the Romans.
As it hath seemed good unto the Romans.
But they shall keep their covenants.
They shall keep their covenants, their agreements.
Without taking anything therefore.
Without taking anything therefore. Now there's a part in here. Who knows what it is? Who can just look for it real quick? It uses the word articles.
Verse 29.
29, thank you.
According to these articles, did the Romans make a covenant with the people of the Jews.
So now, the Jews, when you read the next chapter, Judah and them didn't believe nothing Rome said. I believe it's chapter 9 where Judah Maccabee dies, if I'm not mistaken. Chapter 9, he dies. Because they didn't believe what Rome was saying. Because when Greece came against them, Rome didn't come help. Rome did not help the Jews against Greece. They had these articles written up and it was all fluff. It was all lies. It was all deceit. And Judah Maccabees and them knew that thing. So they didn't fall for the lies. Just like when you see with the American Indians and they said, sign this treaty and sign this treaty. And it got to the point where the tribe of Gad was like, why do we keep signing this? No, remember, Reuben didn't believe nothing. The Seminoles didn't believe nothing the white man wrote down. Right, there's a clip. In one of those movies, Hell on Wheels, they didn't believe nothing the white man wrote. Gad kept falling for it over and over and getting jacked up. Let's go back to Revelation 13.
Revelation 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
Now, some people keep talking about, the mark is the RFID chip. The radio, what does it stand for? Radio frequency identification. What does it stand for?
Radio frequency identification.
Only thing that's good for is finding black women that's getting their behinds kidnapped. That's it. You can find them there because that's a homing device. That's all that is. This is not talking, let me tell you, what we're reading is not talking about a homing device finding people. As we read down, it's going to explain what it's talking about. What verse did you leave off at?
That was verse 16. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Another phrase for buying and selling. That's what the mark is making reference to, buying and selling. That deals with trade. That deals with commerce. Like you got the WTO, World Trade Organization. That's one organization. Write that down, huh? Right. You got the Federal Reserve, thank you. That's like the head honcho. You got the United States Department of Commerce that deals with trade, buying, and selling. What else? I didn't write nothing down. Oh, the IMF, International Monetary Fund. Okay. Those are the three main ones. You got the U.S. Treasury Department, U.S. Department of Commerce, IMF, and WTO, World Trade Organization. Those are the main. There's a lot. They have a system set up dealing with buying and selling. So it's not just those four major ones. They got subgroups under that. Read verse 17 again.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
What happens when you don't accept America's policies? You get sanctioned, or they put in them. A sanction is against, let's say Deacon Ithan makes all this right here. America could say, well, I want to sanction this thing here. No one buy or sell that. A sanction could be something individual. An embargo would be the entire, his entire country, everything. Everything's cut off from him. Everything. No nation, let's say you're all nations, none of you, all of you are forbidden to do business, buy or sell from him. That's what they do. Or if they just put a sanction on his mic or his Bible, whatever, you can't buy those items. America's very meticulous in what she does in terms of buying and selling. Read 17 again.
And that
and you see it. Hey, type in current sanctions or embargoes today. I want to see, what is it? You know what I'm talking about? Google something for today. I don't want 10 years ago. I want now. Current embargoes, current sanctions. Not sanctions, it's sanctions. Yeah, current.
Right.
Go say something, Thun.
Yeah. Read verse 17 again. Verse 17.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell.
Do business, commerce. Go ahead.
Save he that had the mark.
Had the mark. Go ahead.
Or the name of the beast.
So he that had the mark or the name of the beast. So the mark of the beast or the name of the beast. Go ahead.
Or the number of his name.
Go to 14:11.
Revelation 14, verse 11. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever.
This goes back to what it said in Daniel about that little horn being burnt in the fiery flame. Go ahead.
And they have no rest day nor night.
That's the dead people who died worshiping him. Go ahead.
Who worship the beast.
White man.
And his image.
Christianity. Go
and
ahead.
whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
The what?
The mark of his name.
The what?
The mark of his name.
What's the mark of his name? Is it a microchip with his name on it? Is that what it is? Or the mark of his name? It's going back to his philosophies again. So going into a chip with his name on it. There's a mark of his name. I have not seen any chip that says Esau and they put it in your eye or put it in your hand. It's retarded. It's a retarded doctrine. You understand? It's going into his philosophies and his doctrines. That's what it's going into.
Exactly.
His policies and so forth, or his articles that you don't subject yourself to.
Go back up. Go back up. Up. Click that right there. And go all the way down. Just go down. Click out. Yeah, go down. Go down. It got to be a list. Go down. Let me see. Go down. Go down. Okay. Go down. Go down. Go down. Okay. Iran, 1979. Go down. Go down. 1950. Go down. Go down. Okay. Who's that? Venezuela. There's one against Venezuela. International sanctions during the Venezuelan crisis. That's the latest one. But I believe they got one on Russia and Iraq to this day. But this doesn't go into any more details. Country. Okay. Belarus. Belize. Well, here's some more. Go down. Bolivia. Okay, these are all people that they have sanctions on. Central African Republic, China, Comoros, Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, Eritrea.
Yeah, to showing you the power that men
Libya, Iraq, Mauritania. So these are all the places that America put sanctions on.
They go Russia too.
Go ahead. South Sudan. So y'all see all these things. These are people that, so what we're reading in the Bible, we're witnessing it on the news, in the media, where America gets mad at a nation who will not abide by their policies, and they will put sanctions and or an embargo on them. Everybody see that? Okay, let's go back. Oh, you know what? One thing I did forget. I'm going to come back here. But while we were in Sierra Leone, they often said, some of the people, the Christians, Uganda, they would say such things as, it doesn't matter what Jesus you worship as long as you obey his teachings. But remember at the beginning of the class, we went over about another Jesus, another spirit, and another gospel. You can't have another Jesus and have the true gospel. If you got a false Jesus, you have a false gospel. Go to Revelation 14. Since you went to 14:11, you reminded me. Start at verse 9.
Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9.
This is for those of you that say it doesn't matter if he's black or white. Go ahead.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image,
any man worship the white man and his image, that's the white image of Jesus, go ahead,
and receive his mark in his forehead,
you receive his philosophies, his policies in your mind,
or in his hand,
or you support it with your hands,
the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God.
Go ahead.
Which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels.
Wow.
And in the presence of the Lamb.
Go ahead.
And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever.
So you're not going to escape. Go ahead.
And they have no rest, day nor night.
You will have no rest, day nor night. Go ahead.
Who worship the beast,
who worship the white man,
and his image,
that white image of Jesus,
and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
You believe all that America puts out. So this goes with 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse, is it 14? Let me look at it. Liam, it says that they all might be damned. That one. Damned is in the Bible. Don't say, oh, he's cursing. I'm not cursing. I'm giving you what the scripture says. Verse 10. It's verse 12 is what I want. But start at 10.
Yes, sir.
This goes what we read in Revelation 14, verse 9 through 11. You want to worship that image and you got his philosophies in your mind. You want to support it. Go ahead. Here you go.
Verse 2 Thessalonians 2 and 10. And with all deceivableness.
Hey, you know what? Look at verse 9.
Yes, sir. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
Remember it said the dragon gave them their power and their seat. Go ahead.
With all power and signs and lying wonders.
You see that? All power, signs, and lying wonders. Those are the miracles we read about in chapter 13. Those are the wonders we read about in Matthew 24 saying the same thing. Go ahead.
And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness.
And with all deception of unrighteousness. Go ahead.
In them that perish.
In them appointed to die. Just talking about our people right here.
Because they receive not the love of the truth.
You don't want to believe the Bible the way the Israelites are teaching it. You want to believe modern day Christianity. Go ahead.
That they might be saved.
That you might be saved. Go ahead.
And for this cause.
And for this cause.
God shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie.
Right. You're delusional now. Oh, Jesus, heal me. Jesus, take the wheel. Oh, when I prayed to Jesus, my rheumatism went away. Oh, when I prayed to white man, Jesus, he healed me. So God will send you strong delusion that you should believe a lie. Because there's no more. Your belief is not based on biblical writings. Your belief is based on your feelings and whatever thus saith the white man. Go ahead.
That they all might be damned.
You see the word damned is right there. That's what we read in Revelation 14, 9 through 11. All them people that shall be tormented who worship his image and his name, and I'm paraphrasing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Read that again.
That they all might be damned.
Damn! You damn the devil to hell. Go ahead.
Who believe not the truth.
You and your mama don't want to believe the truth. Okay. Go ahead.
But had pleasure in unrighteousness.
We ain't got to keep no commandments. God's laws are did away with. You're going to be damned. You, mama, daddy, y'all going to be damned. Go back to Revelation 13. Revelation 13. We're almost done. See the icon? See, I'm going to keep myself on the timetable. Revelation 13.
Thank you,
and verse 15 again. Let's start there and go down.
Yes, sir. Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
So that deals with his religions. Now the next part, verse 16 down, deals with his politics. Go ahead.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
You know what's amazing about, now this deals with their economics. This deals with their politics of economics. Let me word it like that. This deals with their politics of economics. We got some money from Uganda, right? We came back Deacon Lob and I, we had when you transfer it to American dollars, it equals 200 American dollars, but it's this thick. So we go to what's the word? Exchange it for American dollars. The lady looks at it. She says, "We don't do this here." She says, "Take it to your bank. Go to the bank. Can you transfer?" They said, "No, we're not taking that." I was like, so this was, they arrested. I'm like, why not? She says, maybe Uganda's on a list, but right now America is not exchanging their money right now. She said, the only thing I can suggest is just hold on to it, and maybe in the future they can exchange it for you. Now, this is a shame. 3,000 shillings, that's Uganda's money, equals 1 United States dollar. Hey, you wasn't with us in Sarah. It was funny. If y'all saw the picture, y'all would laugh. I'll go into the room. The brothers is counting the money because we got broke out there, and the money was from the floor to this high. Man, I said, yo, we look like we balling. Look at all this money. $400. It was stacked this high all around. I said, somebody just took a snapshot and put it on the internet. They think we was balling forever. Little did you know.
It's a deceiving spirit.
Exactly. So back to, and you got to think about it. The IMF is the one, International Monetary Fund. What's the other group? International Monetary Fund. What's the other group? Federal Reserve. World Bank. Right, that's what I want, World Bank. These are the guys that sit back in Washington, D.C. and tells you how much your money is worth. Meanwhile, like in Sierra Leone, the diamonds are there, but they tell them your money's garbage. It's not worth anything. Meanwhile, they're just taking all of the, and guess what? The nation's got to abide by that. They got to follow that thing. Or guess what? What'll happen? They'll get sanctioned, an embargo go on them. Nobody is allowed to do business with them, ever.
Yeah, Bishop, remember, they're the one who make the money for the country.
Yes.
After they tell you what your money worth, they print it for you. That's like a against.
Yeah, exactly. Read that again, 16.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
That's their policies. Go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell.
That's doing business. No man might do business. Trade. Go ahead.
Save he that had the mark.
You had to follow their policies. Mm-hmm.
Or the name of the beast.
That's America. They're the head honcho. Believe it, America is the head honcho. It's not Britain, and it's not the Vatican. You always get these blacks that go, oh, it's the Vatican. It ain't the Vatican. Go ahead.
Or the number of his name.
He's going to explain the number of his name in the next verse.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man.
So it's telling you that this is a man, not an individual man, but a mankind. The white man. What man is this? Esau, Edom. Go ahead.
And his number is 666.
So 666 represents Esau. That is Esau's number. It's a number of destruction. Okay. 6 seals, 6 trumpets, 6 vial. We went over that in another class.
Bishop.
Yes.
Before we move on, to the people that say that a time is going to come that they're going to round everybody up and stick a microchip in you, I need you to explain this right here. Could you read verse 17 again?
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
So they say that that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a chip stuck in you, right? Read the next part.
Or the name
so
of the
now
beast.
They're going to come and ask you, do you have a name also behind the microchip? What's the next one?
Or the number of his name.
So they're telling you it's 3 different things. And you have Israelite camps saying, beware of a day that they're going to come and round you up and stick a chip in you. But the Bible just says it's going to be a mark, a name, or a number. It's or.
It's or. Right.
Or. Everybody's not going to get a chip put in. This destroys anything of saying that this is going to happen to every single person and then you're going to be condemned. Why would there be an or there? And it's optional for other things. Is the white man going to come and say, okay, what do you want? The chip or my name? Or you want my number?
You can't buy or sell unless you have my mark, my name, or my number.
Or my number. Look at this hair. How mad that sounds. Why are there 3 different options if they're telling you that a day is going to come that they're going to stick a chip in you? Could you refuse or say, no, I don't want the chip? Just write your name on my forehead. Or write your number down and let me put it in my wallet. It makes no sense just based on that or the name. It makes
Go to the buy and sell. You guys say Esau. I want a box. I want a pack of chicken. Esau. Okay, here you go. It's chicken.
Right.
Chicken. Sound retarded, man.
So this destroys anything about a microchip.
Exactly. Go to Revelation 12 real quick.
Make sure y'all underline or in that verse in your Bibles. Or. When you teach in the camp, you can.
They might remove it.
Yeah, it might.
New Bibles now.
Yeah.
What verse is Bishop?
We're going to start at 9. We're almost done.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
Which deceiveth the whole world. Now again, remember what we read in Job 11 verse 6. That, how did it go? Anybody remember? Double. How did it go? The secrets of wisdom are double. A lot of times, Christian commentaries, they'll read about the great dragon that was cast out, the old serpent called the devil and Satan, and just say, oh, it's a spiritual demon. No, this goes with the white man. This also goes with the white man. Go ahead.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
Right.
And he was cast out into the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And his angels were cast out with him.
His angels are his allies. Go ahead. Britain's going down with him. Okay. Go ahead.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accuseth them before our God day and night.
So that's Satan and the white man. Go ahead.
And
Tell
they
you cut on the news, niggas ain't no damn good. Go ahead.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
This is how we're going to overcome, brothers and sisters, by the blood of the Lamb. What Christ did for us, that's how we're truly going to overcome. But you cannot be in the midst of sin saying, oh, I'm going to overcome because I believe on Jesus. No, it don't work like that. Go ahead.
And by the word of
Read it again.
Oh, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto the death.
And when it talks about the word of their testimony, give me that precept in Psalms 132. This is talking about God's testimony, not your personal testimony. God don't want to hear that. Everybody in here got a testimony. It's malarkey. You know why it's malarkey? Because today you believe, tomorrow you mad and all the leadership of the devil and you leave. So your personal testimonies, our personal testimonies are garbage. The testimony that's going to help us overcome is Psalms 132, verse 11 and 12.
Psalms 132, verse 11. The Lord hath sworn it in truth unto David. He will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon the throne. If thy children will keep my covenant and my testimony.
See that? If thy children will keep my covenant and my testimony, not your testimony, his testimony. Go ahead.
That I shall teach them.
That I shall teach them. Where does he teach us from? The Bible. Go ahead.
Their children shall also sit upon thy throne forevermore.
Our children will sit upon the thrones forevermore. Read it again, verse 11. Now let's see. He's going to tell you what the testimony is.
The Lord hath sworn in truth unto David. He will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body.
See that? Of the fruit of thy body. What's the fruit of his body? Sperm. Go ahead.
Will I set upon thy throne?
Will I set upon thy throne? Meaning what? Christ came from the seed of David. That's the testimony God wants to hear. That the Messiah comes from the sperm of David. That immaculate conception y'all running around with is garbage. Go ahead.
If thy children will keep my covenant and my testimony that I shall teach them.
We got to believe his covenant and the testimony regarding his son. Go ahead.
Their children shall also sit upon thy throne forevermore.
That's the only way our people are going to rule on this earth. Back to Revelation 12 again, verse 11.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
We're going to overcome Satan. We're going to overcome the beast. Go ahead.
And by the word of their testimony.
Which is the testimony that God taught us. Go ahead.
And they loved not their lives unto the death.
Now watch this. You know, I forgot. It just popped into my mind again. Put this in your notes. Revelation 13:17 again.
Revelation 13 and verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell.
Stop. Here's the precept. Revelation 18:11.
Revelation 18 and verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her.
Over Babylon. Go ahead.
For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Buy what? Go ahead.
The merchandise of gold.
Now you see that verse 11 where it says, and the merchants of the earth. Write this down, because we don't use that word anymore in modern day English, merchants. The modern day word we use is what? Corporations. Industries. That's what this is talking about. Read again from 11.
And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her.
Over America.
For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
What's their merchandise? Go ahead.
The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all fine wood.
And you know what? All these things that we're reading, you know where you could find these things at? The continent of Africa. Go ahead.
And purple and silk and scarlet and all fine wood.
Yes, they have silk in Africa. Off the island of Madagascar produces silk.
And scarlet and all fine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men.
See, that's supposed to be in soul. I wanted them last two words, slaves and souls of men. So from the beginning of the Renaissance era, the only ones that got involved with the slave trade are those that agreed with America's policies or with the policies that were being set up during that time. Okay? Those are the nations that got involved with all of this buying and selling. So this is not talking about a black or Latino in Harlem trying to buy a Snicker bar. I want to buy a Snicker bar. Do you got the chip in your hand? The name in it? It ain't talking about that. This is talking about corporations, industries. That's what it's talking about. It's not, these damn Christians get on my daggone there, and these Israelites that follow behind it, they crazy as hell. Okay. Now, I'm not saying they're not trying to make up an RFID chip. They are, but that's a radio frequency identification chip. That's how they locate people. They put that in your dog and your cat when you lose them. That is not what this is talking about. This is talking about all your phones. Right. All your phones got that. You're right. This is talking about buying and selling on a major level. It's not talking about Tyrone or Raheem buying sneakers. It ain't talking about that. Everybody understand that?
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airways, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.